Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Thursday, October 6th, 2016. Traders coming to you from Thailand, rainy skies, thunder and lightning, 7:05 a.m. in the morning, and 20:05 on Wall Street. That'll be Wednesday night. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL, excellence in trading. Guys, great to be with you on a Thursday, about 36 hours before we have the good old NFP data release out of the U.S., non-farm payrolls. Well, traders, I have to tell you, the markets are sleeping. Wait till you see some of these charts. They are not very exciting, to be honest. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilda. I am your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a great 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement. Well, my friends, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Asia and absolutely love it. The time zone is great. Early in the morning for Asia, afternoon 1:30 in the afternoon for London, and 7:30, 8 o'clock at night for New York. And I only trade about 2 hours in New York. As I trade a different instrument, I trade options in the New York markets. And, well, what do? I am a pullback trader. I like to see a pair make a move, give me a pullback, because we know Forex does not move in a straight line. Whether it's to a confluence area, whether it's a fib area, whether it's a pivot point area, either one, we want to wait for that pullback and then take the trade. Now, there's a lot of instances, and we see it over and over again in this broadcast, that we don't get a pullback and the currency pairs just continues to go down. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind. And if you set alarms on your charts like I do, so I don't have to sit in front of my computers a lot, well, I do a lot, but even more, if price gets to a price area, I know I need to look at that chart and find out what's going on and possibly have to do an entry at that point. Now, the other issue is fundamentals. You need to know what's going on fundamentally. You need to know what's coming out, what the data is, and is it relevant to your current position that you have activated. So we take this, we put this together, and we make up a trade plan. Once a trade plan is enacted, we put it on the charts and we just wait. And, you know, as we know, 90% of trading is waiting. So we wait for the alert to take the trade, get in the position. Now I only monitor it once every hour and make sure the trade is working. If it's not working, we get out early. We don't wait for that 40 pip stop. Stops are for emergencies. Emergencies, right? Stops are not for wait till you get stopped out, right? Unless you're doing a trailing stop. But if you're doing a trailing stop, you're already in profit, right? So that's a good thing. So that's basically how I trade, my friends. That's the small version. So, you know, trading is so much in the mind, you know, between our two earlobes. Trading is just all about mindset, all about attitude. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. We just have to adjust to the market. The market's not going to adjust to us. We have to adjust to the market. And just keep that in mind as you go through your trading day today. All right, let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other financial markets. Traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Remember, traders, this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at the economic calendar today. China is still off today on National Day, and that is noteworthy. If we take a look at the economic calendar today, it is very weak. There is not a lot of data coming out today. Have some medium impact events, but it's a very weak day to day today. And then, of course, tomorrow is NFP on Friday in the U.S. session. And it's going to be, I think the markets are just going to hang out till that data comes out. I don't think anybody's trading. I think the markets are very fragile. And, I hate to say it, but I think it's fragile because of this presidential election in the United States. The markets have just really clammed up in the last 2-3 weeks. Well, since that presidential debate, the markets have just clammed up because they don't know what's going to happen now. Hillary Clinton was a shoo-in. Well, now she's not a shoo-in anymore. And it's going to be interesting. So we have in the London session, we have no high impact news data today. Got some bond auctions and stuff like that. The U.S. session, we don't have anything, nothing. Initial jobless claims, building permits, and that's those are medium and low impact news events. Let's take a look at what happened in the markets yesterday. Believe it or not, it was a green day on Wall Street. The Dow up 0.62%, the S&P 500 up 0.43%, and the Nasdaq up 0.50%, and the small cap 2000 up 0.64%. So let's take a look at what happened over in the Eurozone. The DAX neg is down 0.32%. FTSE 100 out of London is down 0.58%. The CAC 40 out of Paris down 0.29%. And the Eurostoxx 50 down 0.04%. Wasn't it the opposite yesterday? U.S. was all in the red. London was in the green. Now it's reversed. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in Asia. Some of these countries are trading, some are not. The Nikkei 225 is currently open, and it is positive 0.80%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is positive 0.25%. The China A50 closed positive yesterday at 0.20%. And the Hang Seng out of Hong Kong closed positive yesterday at 0.42%. And the Kospi that's currently trading is at 0.63%. So that just gives you an idea what's going on in the markets and the economic calendar. Commentary today is, folks, sit on your hands. If you're going to get in a trade, especially us traders that trade full time for a living, we don't like when we go 3 or 4 days with no trades, right? That doesn't pay the bills. So, this is a tough time. And just be patient. Make sure you get your setups. If you don't get the setup, don't take the trade. We have to be so disciplined when markets are this sloppy. It's not that it's slow because there are traders in the market. I look at the DAX for the London Open every day to scalp it, and there's volume in the markets. We really have to just be patient and secure our entries. Make sure the entries are right. On that note, let's take a look at the euro dollar. This thing has done nothing, my friends, for the last 3 days. Right? This has done nothing. This is just sideways, sideways, sideways. And all I can come up with was, I know this was not going to pull back up to the R1. So I needed this to work below the daily pivot point and that spaghetti of the 55, the 200, and the 10. And now we're retesting this trend line, so we want to see a bearish candlestick formation, then we can enter this. But it's at 1.1200, right? So we want to get in there about 1.1195 or 1190 and then take the trade. 1200 is a psychological level, right? We know that price is going to react at that 1200 level. Just look left of the chart. So we know that's going to happen, so we need to be aware of that. If we get the entry and we get moving on this trade, we're going to take this all the way down to the S3 pivot at 1.1145. So this is a nice trade, really nice trade. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get closer to London Open. As you know, I do record this during the Asia session. Take a look at the pound. Here's another one. Has done nothing in the last 2 days, folks. This is just nothing. And I don't expect it to do anything until after NFP. Basically, we're talking about Monday. I would like to see this pull back to the 200 exponential moving average at the R2 reversal pivot point at 1.2819. Bearish candlestick formation. Sell it. And we will take profit at the S1 at 1.2696 on the pound, okay? But I don't expect most of these pairs not to work today. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Now, this is yesterday's chart. I think this is the only one where the other one I did too. So here we have price action that's just sideways, right? This is bounced around in this range and it's done nothing. So my trade plan is we need this to come back up to the 200, and then we can sell it. If it doesn't come up to that 38.2 fib, I'm not trading this. I am not trading this. I'm not taking a sell trade here, my friends. We're coming into some major support at 0.7592. So the important issue with the Aussie dollar today is it needs to come back to that 200 or the 38.2 fib, and we can sell it. Other than that, I'm not interested. If it goes down, that's fine. I'll wait for it to give us another pullback, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not willing to take this here. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This is another one that's just been absolutely sideways. It's in a place we want to sell it, right? We want to sell it here. I'd love for it to come back up to that R1 pivot and that magenta line, which is resistance, and we can sell it from there. Don't know what's going to happen with this. If it closes below the blue line, which is a 55 EMA, we can take that short. As if you look at the 200 exponential moving average, the green line, there's no price action left of the chart. So we can probably slide right on through there, and that's the S1 area also. And we'll take profit at 1.4558. So this is a nice move here, but it needs to make a decision, and I just don't know if we're going to get price action in the next 2 days, my friends. I don't like to say that, and I don't like it because, we need to work, right? We need to trade. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. This thing has just been grinding a little bit up and up and up, and that's fine. I put a trend line in here. This is a valid trend line, and we just want to sell it. Just want to sell this. If we could just sell this, we can, just get in it and sell it. My little bit of concern is that 55 EMA, because that to me looks like that is definitely having an impact on price. If you take a look left of the chart, you can see that one candle spiked through that 55, and this thing just headed up for the next 3 days, right? So we'll just have to keep a really strong eye on this. But I'm bearish on this, my folks. I am not bullish on this Euro Yen. Check out a higher time frame. Go to a 4-hour daily, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Nothing here that I really like. I got to be honest with you. Other than it's staying within the trend, we need a pullback. And, if we get to the 23.6, I would even take it there. But I'd love for it to pull back to the 200 exponential moving average. And I just don't see this happening before NFP on Friday. I just have a feeling this is just going to grind sideways until after. And, I put an arrow there to show you where that daily pivot point was. And, we're just going to have to hang out. We're just going to have to wait. Okay? But we need a pullback. I don't want to enter this here. And now we have the 10 EMA below the last candle. So just keep an eye on that. Traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Not a lot to do. This is just a watch and see sort of a day. If we can get a trade in Asia and, be break even and in profit by London Open, maybe that can work. But I don't see it, my friends. I do not see it. Well, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, they're the reason we're here. They're the reason that this happens, and they make it happen. That's FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care now.